Yo, 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 what up? How you guys doing? What's up, Moose? Happy birthday, big boy.
Have a great game.
Copyrights, fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
We hope to see you again. So listeners will
On the floor for the visiting San Antonio Spurs. At shooting guard. At the other guard position. Let's meet your Portland Trail Blazers. At shooting guard.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come in off a good outing against the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Well, we have to give credit to the coaching staff. Terrific offensive strategy. Got them some great looks.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for San Antonio, DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. Irving is out there with Murray, and it's money in at the center position. We're about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. Then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect, but it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
They grab their own miss, and a wide open look for Irving. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. We take a look at the Pistons. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And San Antonio, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Passes it to Money. Morris with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Aminu, the pass to Nurkic. Here's DeRozan. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's the pass to Trent. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Rebounded by the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. I'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Terry Stotts. David?
Well, Kevin, no surprise he said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said we have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. And we'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
David, thanks as always. Their goal early on is a simple one, keeping those opposing shooters from getting hot.
Yeah, and so defensively, they can't get tied into any one strategy. It might take a few different approaches here before they find one that works.
Greg, the reason why is you're never sure which of their shooters is going to get hot. The matchups will change depending on who's doing the most damage.
And in this
package.
first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Nurkic. Fades back, and Portland again with the bucket.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
Now, here is Irving, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. Wide open look here for Murray. Good on the triple. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Trent passes to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Irving kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Murray. Spurs passing it around.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Portland leading by 4. Here's Trent. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
No good.
Stop.
From Monday.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Lillard against Irving. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Lillard again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Irving with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Money. Back to Irving. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Portland leading. Now, here's Lillard. A 35-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And you know, another way he impacted the game was forcing turnovers. Really disrupted the offensive flow.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. So it's Portland now. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Lillard. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
San Antonio calls timeout. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
It does. It keeps the crowd out of it. This is how you win on the road.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Here's Money. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
It was clear that the defender wanted no part of that play after he exploded towards the bucket.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Murray. Lillard against DeRozan. Lillard misses.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Money passes to Aldridge. Here's Money. Back to Aldridge. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Trent. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Outside Aldridge. Passes it to Murray. Aminu against DeRozan, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at San Antonio. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for the Trailblazers, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
Trent can't hit.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Money. He's guarded by Nurkic. Puts one up from 19. Got a piece of it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Aminu kicks to Lillard. And here's Aminu. His last outing, he had 8 points. Count that one. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with the fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Here's Murray. Count it from 12.
The defense has to be better. When he gets those looks, he usually knocks them down with ease, like he did there.
Here's Trent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol is checked in for Aldridge. And Walker subbed in for Murray. Now here's Wells. DeRozan defending. The shot by Wells, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
James kicks to Collins. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Book it on the money from Money.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Now James. 9 points last game out. Three-pointer, Lillard buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 15 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
DeRozan passes to Money, and that one is hammered home.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
And Lillard kicks to Wells. Rejected by Money. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Irving leading the charge. The game now all-time. 14 points for Money.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Wells passes to Lillard. From past the arc. DeRozan with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. A wide open look for Gasol. Good on the three-point shot. Gasol's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
1:30 left here in the opening quarter. Lillard with it. 15 points in the game. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Irving surveying the floor. Over James. Irving can't get it to go.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And they will get the basket, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. The Spurs have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. All different levels of playmakers in the league right now, but some guys, Steve, have an innate vision that just can't be taught.
Yeah, I love watching Chris Paul with his vision. Even Ben Simmons, a younger guy who can pass the basketball. DeMarcus Cousins is a guy who has great vision for his size, has a great feel for the game. There's just so many guys. Ricky Rubio is another guy who can pass the basketball.
Yes.
And Lonzo Ball, a young guy. Those guys have just that innate vision. They can see 2 plays ahead.
On the court right now for the Spurs, DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. And there's Money. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in a 2-guard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Bucks put on a show. He finished with 42 points and also found a lot of open guys with a big assist total. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
That one misses. Portland leading by 8. They get a hand on it. Dishes to Murray. Aldridge against Morris. Here's Trent. No point in the game yet for him. The feed to James. For Murray. He can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Now the pass to Money. Outside for Murray. Five on the clock. Lets a floater go. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Portland. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Nurkic. Inside. Here's Morris. James outside. Trying his luck deep. A rebound by the Spurs. Money's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
And another turnover here by San Antonio. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway. So you look at Money. He's at the head of the pack in the West. A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Irving passes to Money. 3-pointer. Irving misses. Trailblazers leading by 8. Aldridge, the pass to Money. Banked in off the glass. Money's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. He's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
James finds Nurkic. Goes back up. And they pick up 2. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving passes to Money. No good on the 3. Portland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Morris. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. James left side. Good. And now a 10-point Portland lead.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas, a spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
The Trailblazers shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Irving against James. Out to Morris, just 4 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
James looking around. There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Trent passes to Morris. Rebounded by Money. Money's got 8 rebounds in this game. Irving from long range. Offensive rebound. Here's Money. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. DeRozan passes to Money.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Irving against James. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Aminu, no one around him. Portland again missing. Spurs trail by 3. DeRozan on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
James against Irving. Passes to Trent. They could use a bucket. A rebound by Money. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Irving's shot is good.
This is what makes Kyrie so dangerous. He is so proficient from distance.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got the lead up to 4 now for San Antonio.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Irving against James. Kicks it to Nurkic. Just 3 on the clock. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even bet. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of it.
You see the defense trying to make an adjustment, but it's hard when he's hitting from that far away.
Markieff Morris is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Trent in it shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Look at the way DeMar just shrugged off the foul and still finished the play. Incredible.
Here's Lillard. And there's the pass to Trent. Morris kicks to Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Pass to Morris. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Money. Covered by Lillard. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Pass to Trent. Now here's Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. He kicks to Nurkic, and the wide open shot from Morris. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Money, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. So often when a player comes off injury, he's placed on a conservative minutes restriction. Usually it's the trainers that put that, the doctors that will tell the coaches what they can and cannot do. Do you think there's more of that now than when you were playing?
Totally, Kevin. I look back and think about when I played, the injuries you have. Usually coaching staff, trainers, they ask, are you ready to go? I wouldn't say 100%, but are you ready to resume the amount of minutes you played? And if you couldn't answer that, they pretty much kept you out. But I think nowadays, like you said, it's more of limiting your minutes, having these minute restrictions, getting you ready to play. Definitely more than when I played.
Medical staff has a very large voice in this, and it continues that way.
Yes.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that game against the Warriors, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Irving's got 16.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. Here's Money. He's guarded by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Irving for 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Number 1, the Spurs. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
The Spurs making a switch here. Turtles checked in, and he makes that one. 29 points for Lillard.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Passes it to Trent. The 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Money's got rebound number 13 with that last one. DeRozan in the corner. Here's Money. 22 points for him, and the layup's good off the glass. Money's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Outside DeRozan. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The pass to Trent. Kicks it to Lillard. For the three. It's rebounded by Money. Money's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And the three off target. Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard, right side. Swanigan the pass to Wells. Three-pointer, Lillard hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for DeRozan. Bryn Forbes comes in for Murray. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Money. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, it's three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choices.
Makes it off the glass. Money's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. We've seen Money really having a great game.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
And Portland making a change here. James is checked in. And San Antonio. Here's Lillard, and he's got 41 over Irving. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Morris kicks to Nurkic. Irving with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
The anticipation of Kyrie steals it away, kicks off the fast break.
Lillard against Irving. Launches it. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 46 points.
In the first half, he got wild and loose from beyond the arc. Now he's hit 3 more since. Remarkable.
Irving from long range. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Here is Lillard. Pass to James. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. And there's Money. Then there's Irving. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. It's stolen by Morris.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
No problems knocking that one down. And now that's 35 points for Money.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
And he's doing it efficiently, taking makeable shots. That's led to a high percentage from the field.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Irving from long range. They get it back. Here's Money. He's guarded by Nurkic. No good from Money.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Lillard up top. He's covered by Irving. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 18 points for Nurkic. Spurs leading by 6. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Money. Can't hit that one. Great D that time.
I know, man.
From
I'm playing Hall of Fame, so they really don't miss very much.
Lillard against Irving. Now Lillard to the inside, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
Trent passes to Lillard. Portland again missing. San Antonio leading. Pass to Irving. Here's Money. He's guarded by Nurkic. Yep, that one goes in there. That's 7 points for Aldridge.
Almost automatic from there. Aldridge using his length to full advantage inside.
Irving against Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Murray outside. Back to Aldridge. Good work defensively by Morris. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's foul number 2 for him.
You're French? That's cool. And you support the Rockets. Man, they're having a rough time right now.
Trailblazers
like
trail by 6. Here's Trent. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into
like
that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Aldridge kicks to DeRozan. To the right side. Here's Money. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Passes it to Nurkic. Here's Trent. He kicks it to Aminu. Here's Nurkic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Nurkic has got 24.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Irving finds Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
So many ways he can beat you. LaMarcus does a great job of getting involved off the pick and roll.
Nurkic in the post, covered by Money. Cans it from downtown.
What a time for him to step up. Big three right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Irving against Lillard. Irving passes to Money. Murray outside. Outside DeRozan. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line.
And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, he keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
The pass to Trent. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. There's the triple. Rebound by Murray. Spurs leading by 7. Outside Irving. Pass to Money. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Fantastic isolation player, Kyrie. But on that play, he made a play for others.
Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to Trent. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Running the pick and roll to perfection. Kyrie with a great feel for the game.
Double by Money, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Portland now. Morris dishes to Lillard. Tipped away. Here's Aminu. Bullseye. With the shot. San Antonio leading by 9. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
Swanigan, he's checked in for Morris. Here's Trent. He dishes it to Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic. Knocked away. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it off the glass. Nurkic has got 26.
Talk about clutch. He has been on fire.
Irving finds Aldridge. Here's Money. Back to Murray. Tries a 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Irving against Lillard. DeRozan passes to Money. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Lillard with it. Pass to Swanigan. Here's Nurkic. Ball's knocked loose, and it's good for 2. And he has 28 points for the game.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Murray kicks to Irving. Spurs passing it around. Here's Money. He's guarded by Nurkic. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Here's Murray. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the pass to Trent. Back to Aminu.
Right, Moose?
Oh, man.
Kicks it to Nurkic. Pass to Trent. Lock at 6. There's the triple. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Nurkic with the steal. Now here's Aminu. Pass to Lillard. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 1st foul. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Money.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Yeah. Okay, he got 28. He got a little 28.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
Not a physically imposing defender, but Kyrie with great footwork and timing to affect the shot.
DeRozan. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Murray. Count that one. There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Money. Shoots over Nurkic. No good for Money. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard finds Aminu. Unloads from 13. Nurkic can't hit. San Antonio's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Lillard against Irving. Now the pass to Swanigan. Here's Nurkic. That one good for 2. Nurkic has got 30 points.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. 10-point lead.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Spurs.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Money.
Oh, his array of talents on full display. Picks up the triple-double, really takes ownership of this game. I thought that made the difference for them tonight.
And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bryn Forbes comes in for DeJounte Murray. And it's Mills in for Irving.
One shot.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simons. No good from outside. Here's Money. Mills passes to Money. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Forbes. San Antonio again missing. There's the 3. It's good from long range. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Mills kicks to Poeltl. Pass to Money. They get a hand on it. And so it's San Antonio with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
It?
You know what we need to do? We need to figure out what we're doing tonight after this. Thank you.
This is Shaq. Another double-double for you tonight. Made it look easy, buddy. How are you able to control things on the offensive end with this level of consistency?
Shaq, let me tell you, man. All I do on the court is control things. I can control the whole court just by showing up and doing my thing. That's why the fans like to call me a control freak. You know, because I play like Giannis, but have more control over the game. I mean, at least that's how I interpret it. Thanks, man. See ya.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And guys, for the Grizzlies, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight.
Have a big night, my man. Cause I see the cycle getting repetitious and plenty of sleeping with the fishes is really getting ridiculous. Most folks are envious, or they either scared and feel like insidious. Time's been ugly, but they just hideous. Everybody's they trying to hide themselves from us. I'm just being me, never switching for the bus. Money I'm playing, so I'm something no man can touch. I've been going hand like a pigeon in the clutch. Got the Kyrie step back, but act is acting up. Been this way since a pup. You can't even get a time to focus up. If you acting different, then you getting. And I ain't even let him come back like the Cubs. That's the dove, don't fly like a dove. Say something.
We will be heard.
Every day I'm balling.
The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And nothing to...
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star.
Well, D.A., you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do, rather than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson down low with Gasol. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Harrison in at the shooting guard position. Here's Money, defended by Gasol. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Meredith, covered by Irving. Over in the corner, Barnes. Shoots over DeRozan, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
To the wing right side. And Barnes comes to help. Nobody near Irving. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Here's Barnes. San Antonio with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
Jackson passes to Gasol. That one misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Here's Murray. Out to DeRozan from deep, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Barnes. Jackson trying to break free. Barnes can't get it to go.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
And good that time.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Meredith covered by Irving. Shot to stop the run. Barnes can't get it to go.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
The shot's good for money.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Harrison scanning the floor. Gasol inside, covered by Money, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
Free throw good, Gasol. And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his 3-ball shooting and his passing really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down.
And the defender getting caught in between there. Isn't sure which move Aldridge is going to and guesses wrong.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
2 shots.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Meredith. He's covered by Irving. Here's Meredith. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Here's Money, defended by Gasol. The shot's good for Money.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Money's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. And the dunk by Barnes.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Irving, and another basket for San Antonio.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Murray. Harrison kicks to Gasol. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper is on the mark.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Back to Harrison. Barnes outside. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Money. Harrison with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 16 for 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And so Aldridge will bring it up for San Antonio. Irving drives in.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Here's Harrison. No good from outside. Spurs leading by 15. Outside DeRozan. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Yeah, it was not disastrous. They did have some very good stretches in that game, but they just could not sustain it for as long as they needed.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Saul comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Walker subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Memphis also making some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Andrew Harrison. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Brooks dishes to Gasol. And yes, it's good. Gasol's got 6.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Holmes checked in. Hits it from 3-point range.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Mills. Guarded by Green. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And we'll take a chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, Money.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
The 3 from Barnes. Rebound San Antonio. Money's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Walker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
Spurs leading by 11. Passes to Money. Down low. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Stolen by Walker. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the shot goes in. That's 12 points for Money.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. And the pass to Barnes. The rebound by Money.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Back to Barnes. This one for 3. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Gasol. To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. To the paint. To the wing on the left. Walker with a clean look. No good with the triple. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 14-point game. Barnes outside. Shoots over Bullock. Barnes can't get it to go.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Gasol kicks to Mills. Money passes to Mills. Goes back up. The shot's good for Money. Money's got 16.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Pass to Holmes. Rebounded by Money. Money's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Right side Gasol. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Spurs lead by 18. Memphis has gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Meredith covered by Mills. Down low. Here's Holmes. Count the basket.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Mills passes to Money. Back to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. He kicks it to Gasol. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Money. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Barnes. Here's Holmes. Great D that time for Money. And so it's San Antonio holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau,
I always notice the fans that support.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Rab, also Harrison Barnes out there, and it's Holmes in at the center.
Man.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He had 46 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Mills passes to Money. Back to Mills. Got it from 16 feet. Mills has got his first points in this one.
Wow, he's a serious catch-and-shoot threat really every time down the floor. Mills has to be accounted for by the defense.
And that one's good, Barnes.
He's just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
Spurs leading by 18. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Mills passes to Money. Here's Forbes. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Spurs lead by 21.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
Rab kicks to Brooks. Back to Barnes. Fires for three. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-pointer.
Here's Jackson. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
You can blame some poor defense on that play, just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Tipped away to the paint. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Murray, the pass to Gasol to the inside.
Gotta love the overall court awareness. Gasol always knows when there's a wide open teammate ready to shoot, and sometimes makes a dribble to set defenders up before delivering.
Gasol finds Jackson. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Jackson. 15 points for Marc Gasol.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Feeds it to Walker, and he banks in the layup. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
They get it again. Green. Here's Money, guarded by Green. Here's Murray. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Marc Gasol. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
Outside, Green. Here's Harrison. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Holmes, good.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Murray. Here's Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Meredith. He's covered by Murray. Here's Meredith. That misses off the backboard.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Barnes, he's checked in for Jackson. Passes it to Money. He feeds it to Gasol. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And that one's good, Barnes.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Mills passes to Money. Grizzlies making a switch here. McKinney's checked in. Here's Money, guarded by Green. And the shot drops as they pick up 2 points from Money. Money's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Meredith, covered by Mills. Kicks it to Barnes. Jacks up a 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Grizzlies foul call.
The Spurs have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts, and he makes the first.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Now, the defense certainly wasn't bad, but they've got to be a little bit quicker on contesting the shot.
And so it's San Antonio rolling along. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. Kyrie Irving is out there with Murray, and it's Money in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Meredith. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 8 points for him.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
No good from Money.
Now, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Outside Gasol. No good on the triple.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
DeRozan's shot is off.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Irving with the steal. And here we go. 14 feet away. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. The kick out to Irving. Here's Money, defended by Gasol. Gasol with the steal. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at Money, and it doesn't look like he'll make it into the field this year. It's still an honor to see your name up there among all those other great players.
Yeah, look, no doubt he's one of the more exciting players in our league, and maybe next year he'll pull in a few more votes.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Warriors, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And it's Irving with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 33 points for Money.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Meredith, covered by Irving. Meredith. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense for Money.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Here's Money. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Jackson, and the rejection by Money. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. Yvonne Rabbs checked in for the Grizzlies. Now a timeout called by Memphis. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Brooks finds Barnes. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Money passes to Irving. Irving double team. Here's Money, stolen by Brooks. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And there's the pass to Barnes. Over DeRozan, cans the 12-footer. That's 29 points for Barnes.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Down low, got a piece of it. And another turnover here by San Antonio. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Grizzlies.
And despite the deficit, you know, their front line has battled and provided a sizable majority of their offense. They are holding up their end. They just need that backcourt to step up.
Can't connect from 13 feet out. For San Antonio, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Meredith, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. But he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Grizzlies have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Memphis also making a switch. Holmes checked in, and he sinks the second. Spurs leading by 23. Irving double team. And stolen by Barnes. Fast break Memphis. Barnes got the ball.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
Well, he's obviously got the length there to make those kind of plays. Just needs to attack more, and that time he did. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Five on the clock, and that's going to be too many steps. That's the whistle on the travel.
Well, he was very reliable keeping the ball.
Pulls up, high post. That one a little long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Barnes. Makes it off the glass. Barnes has got 10 points in just the second half.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
And so it's San Antonio, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Harrison Barnes is out there with Chandler Parsons. And there's Jackson, and it's Norman in at point guard. Here's Money, and Jackson with the block. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
San Antonio making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Here's Murray. That one falls. Murray's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Shots good by McKinney.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Inside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Memphis has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Norman. He's covered by Murray. There's the lob to Jackson.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Out to the right wing. Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Pass to Forbes. For the 3. The shot that time not on target. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Passes it to Norman. Memphis moving it around. Good on the shot. And that's 17 points for Marc Gasol.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the middle, tips it up.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Parsons outside. This one for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Pass to Forbes. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out. A little further.
Here's McKinney. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Norman. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
San Antonio calls timeout. And some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Joseph. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Irving subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Murray, the pass to Money. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Feels like Kyrie locked in right now. No let up in his offensive attack, and he's hot.
Harrison kicks to Barnes. Gasol passes to Barnes. Shot from free throw range. Off the left rim and out.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Count that one. Barnes has got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Irving from long range trains the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Irving surveying the floor. No good from Money.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Back to Aldridge. On the wing to Rosen. Here's Money. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game. Kicks to Gasol. Pass to Snyder. Back to Gasol. Rejected by Money. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And Memphis making a change here. Harrison's checked in. Six to shoot. 13 feet away. It's deflected.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Harrison. And stolen by Murray.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Here's Gasol. Here's Rab. The kick out to Barnes. Four on the shot clock. Doubled by Money. Goes back up. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
Here's Mills, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. To the inside, here's Holmes. Barnes trying to free himself up. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
To the middle. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw, no good. The Grizzlies making a switch here. McKinney's checked in, and he's good on the second. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happened.
Here's Rab. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
He's off on the first.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line, and that's happened to them here in the second half.
Parsons checked in for Harrison Barnes. San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Mills passes to Money, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Harrison. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Here's Money. Pass to Pirtle. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Money. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Parsons outside. Hands it from downtown. Parsons got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Mills passes to Money. A rebound by Rabb. Rabb's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He tries for 3, and again it's Memphis with a 3.
Antoine McKinney.
Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Money.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Chalk up 2 there. 41 seconds left in the fourth. And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Back to Mills. And there's the pass to Bullock. Pass to Pirtle. Inside. Money. Good. That's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gut performance.
McKinney, no good. Passes it to. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps. And the
Hi, this is Shaq. Your performance tonight? Oh, heavenly. One of the best I've seen in a long time. What allowed you to dominate with your scoring the way you did?
You know, sometimes I just like to go out there and put on a show for the fans, Shaq. I mean, it's too bad you haven't seen dominance like that in so long. But hey, guess what? You won't have to wait like that again. I'm gonna come out and do it again next game, huh? Here you go.
How's it going? What you working on today, AI?
Hey, Coach. I just need a left ham stretch real quick.
Cool. Got you.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Poetry in motion, AI.
Better than that. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Excellent work, AI. Let's get it next time.
Hey, see you later, man.
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Now we're rolling.
Get your mind right.
All right, on to the next one.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. One more, one more. Again. Hey, he can ball, huh? Doesn't get any better than that.
Next time, man. Next time.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Hey, right here. Ball, huh? I see him. I see him. Oh.
Poetry in motion, AI. Come on, AI, focus.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And we are done.
Hey, hit me up.
Come on, DJ, back to work.
What? That's not even right either. That's what I'm saying.